Welcome back to Mr. Orth's Flip Classroom for Grammar. Today a review of personal and possessive pronouns. First, a new term for many of you. The term is antecedent. This is the word for the noun or pronoun that the pronoun replaces. Literally the word means comes before in a sequence. Typically when we're writing, we want to make sure we identify whoever that he or she or it or they are in our sentence, and then go ahead and replace those terms with he, she, it, or they, depending on how we're using it in that particular paragraph. It's important to know the word antecedent for the following definitions and steps. Next, please remember that personal pronouns are considered the nominative and objective cases. Don't worry, examples will follow. A nominative case, however, is the case of a pronoun used to name something. It's used either as a simple subject or as a predicate nominative following a linking verb. An objective case. It's the case of a pronoun used to finish thought, used either as a direct object, an indirect object, or as the object following a preposition. Possessive. The case of a pronoun used to show ownership. This doesn't have to require apostrophes, just to be clear. It's showing ownership only. Alright, some examples. You may wish to copy this table directly down into your notes. First, remember that nominative and objective are both considered personal pronouns. Possessive is considered something separate. Essentially, these are really pronouns, whereas possessives, oftentimes, especially my, your, her, our, your, their, those are particularly used as adjectives describing something else. Whereas mine, yours, hers, ours, yours, and theirs oftentimes finishes a sentence by itself. Alright, to be clear, singular is this row here, and plural is this row here. First person, that's going to be what relates to I, me, my, and mine, simply put. If you're using the word I, then it's the nominative case. Me is the objective case. Please be clear, a lot of folks confuse I and me. If me comes at the end of a sentence, that doesn't necessarily determine whether or not it's going to be correct, or it should be nominative or objective. It has to do with, is it used after a linking verb? Then you should say, yes, it is I, following the linking verb is. If you say it is from I, that makes no sense because from needs an object. It is from me. It's not about what sounds right or even what sounds more formal. It's what is correct. Feel free to pause the video here to record these terms as you write them down. But don't forget, for possessives, my is going to require you to have some kind of word to finish it. My car, my house. Your book, her classroom, our home. That sort of thing. If it's mine, yours, hers, ours, yours, and theirs, it doesn't need to have a noun after. In fact, it may not make sense to do so. For the exercises, make sure your focus this time is simply on identifying which kinds of pronouns are present in the sentences. Good hunting.